Welcome to another episode of Last Week's Comics Today. I am exhausted this morning. I was up late painting. I will show you this real quick for any of our toy subscribers that put up with me talking about comics. This is something that I was doing last night, and this is something else. Let's get straight into the comics. Step by Bloody Step. This is issue 3 of 4. This is the mostly silent book with incredible art. I think we do get something pretty early on. Here is this. That looks great. There's another one I know later. But here is some of the language. I think back in issue 1 I said that there was probably never going to be enough language to be able to translate this, and I take that back now. There are definitely some repeated symbols here, and some that change over time. This one shows up quite frequently, and this is the one that changes later. So I do think it's possible that you could translate this book. Here we have, well, it's a ground shot, but even that is incredibly well done. This issue is great. The series is fantastic. This has, as I said, it's almost silent, but there is a lot of emotion here. There's betrayal, there's loss, there's loneliness. A lot is happening here. It is an incredible book. I don't remember what else I have in the stack. This might be getting pick of the week. We will see, but it is certainly a contender. Next up is Saga 58. This issue is kind of forgettable, which I feel bad about saying because I have loved Saga for so long, but just not that much happens here. There are some great scenes with Hazel and with Alana, but I think the most important ones are with the side characters that I have not talked about yet. This is... I'm still trying to be vague about this because I know people feel very strongly about Saga and spoilers, but this is... Let me see if I can find a page. I at least want to show off some art, right? I'll show you page 1 and 2. So it looks like I thought this was Alana having fun. It is not, because she's being chased by this. Isn't that fun? So this is great. This issue in particular I think is more setup than it is payoff, but I still love Saga. Ghost Cage issue 2. This is a 3-issue series, and I was trying to sell this to a guy at the comic shop while I was there. This is one of the main characters. You can see I think this is a great character design. But in essence, there is he's a sort of an energy-based being, and he is going around fighting and absorbing other types of energy. At the end of the first issue, he absorbs hydro, so hydroelectric, and here, so this creature is called Fossil. And the concept is incredibly strange, but I don't care because the story is well told and the art is phenomenal. Love it. And we get this guy, Wind, in a giant mech suit. Well, he actually goes by Quixote. Yeah. It's hard to describe, but I am loving every panel of this. Right. So I think this is the beginning of Batman's streak. We have Batman Beyond the White Knight issue 2. Thankfully, Dan. I mentioned to Dan that there were things I was keeping from him from this series, and he thankfully caught up, so we can now discuss this, and I don't have to keep anything in this video from him, but I am still going to keep things from you. I want to show off some of the art, but try to do that in a non-spoily way. So I can show you this, which gives extreme Blade Runner vibes, and show you the top of this before I get down into word bubbles. Yeah, I skimmed the rest of it, and that's probably all I can show you because everything else is going to be spoilers. Art is great, story is fantastic. I love this. I've enjoyed all of the Sean Murphy White Knight Batman stuff, including the Harley Quinn miniseries. Highly recommended. That's all I can say really without getting into spoilers. Highly recommended. BRZRKR issue 8. I had been enjoying the series, but it is at this point that I realize 12 issues is a couple too many. This issue is... Do you remember when Captain America and Batman both died, except neither one did? Their brains were time traveling. This is that. This is an entire time traveling brain issue, and almost nothing happens. There's one thing at the end, but this is time traveling brain. Moving on, we have, let me put this in the right order. So we've got Shadow Wars issue 3 and 4, Deathstroke Inc. 8, and Robin 13. One thing I want to point out about this cover, it looks pretty cool, except if you look at it closely, you see proportions are very wonky. This knee is larger than his entire head, but whatever. I mean, it's not just the scale between these two. Respawn is in front of Deathstroke, yet incredibly small. Whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Much like I was just saying with BRZRKR, I had to look it up because I forgot how long Shadow War was supposed to be. It's supposed to be 9 issues. This could have been cut out completely. This is literally Deathstroke and Respawn sitting in a bunker playing cards for almost the entire issue. Basically, nothing happens, is what I'm saying. Deathstroke's forces are still being attacked. So, yeah, these two are hanging out in a bunker instead of being proactive, choosing to do anything. And so we get more about Respawn, and we'll get even more in the next issue. But this is, as I said, almost literally nothing happens. It's pretty disappointing. More does happen here. So at the end of this, Robin and Ravager show up to where Deathstroke has been hiding out. And there is a fight. Of course, there's always a fight. And in that fight, some things get explained. We find out basically Respawn's origin. It's, I don't know, interesting, I guess. In this, we get a Respawn unmasking, and I guess it's supposed to be a surprise, but it's really not, because I don't think the two are drawn consistently enough for the surprise to really land. But whatever. Late in the book, Batman shows up, and I can't show you any of what they discuss either, because that is all spoilers. And Robin tells Batman that he believes Deathstroke did not kill Ra's. That's what sets off this whole thing, if I haven't said that before. Spoilers? Oops. It's ultimately fine. Yeah, it's fine. Dark Knights of Steel. This is issue 6 of 12, and this doesn't feel like a midpoint. We got a Dan Moran cover. I didn't even realize. Dan Moran cover. This doesn't feel like a midpoint. It feels maybe, but I don't know. Basically, there are 3 nations. There are the L's, the Pierces. They're calling themselves Storms, Kingdom of Storms. I don't remember. But the L's, the Pierces, and the Amazonians, the 3 nations about to go to war, and the world has a depth to it that I feel like should be expanded on more than a 12-issue series. I hope that there are additional series set in this world once this series is over. Ideally with Taylor writing, but if he wants to outsource it, then I'll take that too. The big thing here is information. Information being manipulated or being relayed, as I said, these 3 nations are about to go to war. So the big thing I will say is this here, which is the Pierces are readying for war. Taylor Queen War is coming. And then we get this scene with information being relayed about the nations, about what has happened, about allegations being made against Zala, and people's respective feelings towards that, their believability. And it ends with Kal-El, and the Amazons. The series is really well done. The writing is excellent. The art is fantastic. I'm loving the series. As I've said, I do hope the series continues. I think the world that this is set in is really well done. There was a slight hiatus between this issue and the previous one, so there are some claims being made in here, and I don't remember whether or not they're true. I think someone else was involved. I think what's being stated is a lie, but I'd have to go back and reread that issue. I'd have to find it. Should be here somewhere. But this is really well done. Highly recommended. The Last Ronin, issue 5, I feel like this is about 2 years late, but it's probably not that long. It's just, this has been a long time coming. The collection should be coming soon. I think it's this summer, 5 issues, hardcover. If you haven't been getting this, or you didn't want to wait between issues, definitely get the hardcover. The series is great. As I said, things do wrap up here, so we get the end of the Last Ronin story. There is an epilogue at the end of this. Things may continue. It seems like they might. There are already rumblings about that. I don't know anything for sure, but it seems like there is setup for things to continue within this world, and if they do, I will probably get that as well. It's well done. I did enjoy this. I am recommending to you that you get the collection. As I said, that should be coming out within a couple of months. Let me see if there is any art I can show you that won't be a spoiler. Actually, so here, show you this and try to get the glare out of the way. So we're going to look at the other turtles. You can see the volume of words on this page. They are arguing amongst themselves. Series is well done. I'm recommending it. I think that's 3 times I've said that this video. It's good. 2 last things that I got this week. One was the Junction. This is a fairly substantial original graphic novel. I will tell you this. So 12 years ago, Lucas disappeared. Now he has returned, 11 years old. That information, so he disappeared while he was 11. 12 years later, he shows up. He is still the same age as when he left. And that was all the information that I had in previews, except for the art, which looks like this. And I said, yes, please, get me whatever that is. I'm actually still near the beginning of the book, but it has been great so far. I will do a video on this as soon as I finish it. It will probably be a while before that goes up, but I will try to move things around. This is great so far. I am enjoying it. If the combination of this and the art didn't sell you, then I don't know what to say. This is what sold me, and I am enjoying it so far. Lastly, I got Locke and Key, The Golden Age. This is, I believe the entire thing is this family. There is a lot of stuff collected in here. So most recently, it was Impale Battalions Go and the Sandman crossover Hell and Gone. But there are some older materials as well, so there's 3 in here. Small World, Open the Moon. I know I've read Open the Moon. I think I read Small World, and I don't think I've read Face the Music, but I will probably reread this because a lot of this was spaced out over the course of years. So I think I've read all of this material before, but I will be rereading this, and it sort of gives me an excuse to reread the entire Locke and Key series. I am sure I will do that one of these days, and when I do, I will shoot some videos for it, but I don't think that's anywhere in the near term. I want to get through some of this other stuff before I start rereading the stuff that I know I liked. So that is everything that I picked up this week. As far as pick of the week, let me see. Steel is definitely in the running. BRZRKR is definitely not. White Knight is great. Ghost Cage, I'm giving it to Step by Bloody Step. This is really phenomenal. There's something very special going on here, and I hope people are reading it. The story is great. The art is beautiful. I hope people read it. This is a 4-issue series. Issue 4 should be out next month, and then it will be collected and I will probably get the collection. I would recommend to Image, to the creators, that they oversize it to show off more of the art. I hope that they do that. That is all I have to say about this week's books. A lot of good stuff. As always, I get all of my books from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you. Thanks for watching.